Zone
Two.
and Zen. Love is
Yes.
blind.
Lion face. Ah, lemon face. Ooh, okay. I mean, hey, if it's red, you can still tread. It's okay.
All you need is love, okay?
Yeah.
Like, stop it with all this nonsense. Love is broke. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. Love is
Love
broke.
is
Yeah.
broke.
Yeah.
That one hit me hard, man. I was weeping this morning.
Man, I want to give you a hug.
Oh, man, I need one so bad. Buckle up.
Buckle up. You know, it's funny. So I don't know if you can tell, but look, I got because of how this episode ended. I'm wearing my
Yeah.
Love Bites shirt.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I love that
Yeah,
shirt.
I drew this. This is my design.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love it so much.
yeah.
Oh, do you sell that on on
I
your
actually
shop?
did. I designed this back when I was working for the publishing company for Famous Monsters. So this
Okay.
isn't officially my design anymore. But who knows? Maybe I should revive it and put it on my
Yeah.
store.
I think you should revive it in honor of Love is Blind and because I want one.
Yeah.
From movies to video games, welcome to Replays It All. Today's episode is the Love is Blind Season 9 wedding episode, the one we've all been hoping for and dreading. And I am
Yeah.
joined with George. How are you today, George?
Very bueno.
Yeah. Yeah, because I
Well, I
watched
am
this.
compared to others, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, I compared to I watched this episode before workday while I was getting ready, and then it kind of like set my tone for the whole day. I was like, wow, I feel like I'm kind of in a funk.
Oh no.
Let's find out why. In the Love is Blind wedding episode, we open up with I guess they're at their bachelor and bachelorette parties. There's no lead up into it. They're just like, bam, you're in it. You'll be in the bachelorette party. So like 2 seconds. Seems pretty tame. Girls are dancing, the guys are hanging out. That's their bachelor and bachelorette parties, I guess. That's where we are.
Did it feel like it was all the same place?
It did. Does
Right?
everything look the same in
I
Denver?
was well, I was confused at first of what was even happening because I was like, oh, it's some kind of like outing, whatever. Everyone's out together, and it took me a second. I was like, oh wait, this is the Bachelor Bachelorette thing. I was like, is this a Jack and Jill? Like it feels like they're all in the same location. Like it was hard to even understand what was happening in that moment until like I put the pieces together myself, and I was like, wow, like they usually build up to this. This is almost like half an episode usually where they're at the freaking Bachelor Bachelorette thing. But it's like, is it because we only got three couples left? And they're like, we're not gonna like invest too much in this. Nothing's gonna happen.
Maybe, I don't know, but it felt like we were just plopped in it when usually there's like, today's our
A
bachelorette
lead
party,
up.
and there's
There's a lead up.
yeah,
Yeah.
no lead up. And let me
They,
tell
they
you, we're
like
at
prep us for the location too, where it's just like they're gonna go to like to the mall and do this thing. They're going to like a football field to do
stadium,
this
yeah.
thing. And it's just like, nah, they don't deserve it.
You don't deserve it. No one on here deserves shit. Okay. So, and also it's like kind of somber, like the bachelor and bachelorette party somber. Like we open up and we're Megan and her friends are just chit chatting. And it's all like Megan's upset, getting emotional, like crying. She's nervous to marry Jordan. And like her friends are asking okay questions. I've seen a deleted
Yes.
scene with these friends and they did not ask good questions to Jordan, but they're asking good questions here. And they're asking, like, are you nervous to marry Jordan? Are you nervous about your change in lifestyle? And are you in love with Jordan? Are you in love with the child? You know what I mean? They're asking
Yeah.
good
Those are good
questions.
questions. Yeah.
Really good. How'd you feel about Megan's little thing at the beginning there?
I'm not like I agreed. I was like, yeah, these are things she should be thinking about right about now
Mm-hmm.
before you get into
Mm-hmm.
that dress again. But I also thought it's like you should also been thinking about those things this whole time. This like
Yeah.
you should have thought of those things when he was asking you to marry him. Like I feel like those weren't questions that you're asking later on. Like you're asking those things immediately. So I thought it
Mm-hmm.
was interesting, like the way they asked them to her, it was almost like she was thinking about them for the first time. That's how it came across from her facial expression.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll touch back on Megan and Jordan
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
But and then you see Allie and her friends talking, and it's just a surreal. There's a lot of questions about finances and money, him supporting her. And I'm just like, whatever happened to marrying somebody for who they are, not what they are or what they do? Like, what happened to that? Is that not a thing anymore? Is it just like women are supposed to just marry only like rich guys who could do everything for them? And then when they talk to Anton, he's like, yeah, she doesn't clean. Or this is during the weddings, isn't it? Isn't it during
Yeah,
the weddings beforehand? But anyway, it's like those two conversations go together where it's like, yeah, she doesn't clean. She doesn't, she's not good with money. She expects a lot from me. She's high maintenance. And it's like, does the woman, why are they so demanding for everything yet contributing nothing? Like that just boggles my
the mind.
mind.
Yeah,
Because like and women are always like she knows what she deserves and she deserves this and it's like why? Because she's hot? Like I don't understand. If you're not contributing to a partnership, then why do you deserve him to do everything for you if you're not doing anything for him or for you two together as a unit?
that's the
Anyways, what
important
do you
thing for you two
Yeah,
together as a unit.
of course.
Because sure, doing things for your partner is nice and everything, but the things you do is for each other. It benefits one another. You know,
Yeah.
you're building a unity for a lifetime, hopefully. And it's a modern relationship thing that I don't understand, honestly, because that's how me and my wife got married. And that's how most people I knew from like my upbringing got married. It was like you found someone that you were compatible with as a person, and you figured everything else out. Now, granted,
Yeah.
there are finances can come into play if like if you see that they're not financially stable and they're not like responsible with their money. Yeah, you probably don't want to be with that person. You know, it's like that. That's it's not unreasonable, but the reality is like, have we really seen someone come on this show who is so financially disabled that they couldn't even take care of themselves? Like everyone's generally okay. Even the people who are in debt are doing okay. You know, so it always feels like the financial aspect is like, why is that a big issue? Like they're not letting poor people go on this show. You're seeing middle class and up go on this show. So I mean, it's like it's a weird thing to even like worry about. It also, in their conversation, it made her look really shallow, you know, and her, specifically her friends, I should say, like more her friends than her, because she was just like, he earns enough money. Well, it's not a lot, but it's enough, you know, and it's like, all right, she cares, but not as much as they care. Like they obviously care a lot. And it really
Yeah.
bothered me because I was like, you have nothing positive on your corner. You mentioned Anton and like how he's talking about the negatives. But then at the very end, what does he say? He's like, you know what's like, despite all that, we get through it. And it's like, and I love her for her. Like I love the flaws as much as I love the good stuff. You gotta take the good with the bad, you know. And all of his friends are like, yeah, like good on you, buddy. Like, you know, and it's always that's the man thing. Like men are considered shallow, but it's just like we don't care what your finances are. We don't care like what your background is. Like none of that matters. Are you a cool person? Like do you take care of yourself? Are you nice to me? Will you be nice to my kids? Like if we have kids, are you gonna be a good mom? That's what we
Mhm.
care about. Like being hot, that's obviously a plus. Yeah, you know. But it's like that's not even the main concern for us. Because the reality is it's like thin, fat, ugly, pretty. A woman can get a man any day. A man can't get a woman whenever he wants. You know, so it's like
Mhm.
we're happy with the person who appreciates us. That's all that matters. You know, so it's like I feel like that's all he was looking for was someone to appreciate him, and that's it.
The friends were very much like, yeah, but he's just a truck driver. Like he just teaches how to drive trucks. And you know what I mean? It's just like that what you are rather than who you are mentality. It's like
It's
a whole keeping up
disrespectful.
with yeah, it is. And the keeping up with the appearances thing. Like that's what matters more. And I guess when you get married in like your mid 30s, it's different because it's like you think people should have their careers like set already. Like we were younger, like I was younger when I got married. We didn't have our careers and stuff or anything set. We had an idea. We
Yeah.
loved each other. We got married. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Like we'll just figure it out as we go. And now it's like, no, you got to have this many, make this much money, have this type of house, have this and this and this. It's not about who you are in your relationship. It's about what you can give me, what you can provide. And what you can provide is good, but when you're mainly focusing on the financial stuff, your heart is going to be neglected. Like what you want in your heart, actually, you're not going to get it if you're so focused on like the money.
No, yeah, but I get you. Like I'm with you on this 100% because it's like I was saying, like it's disrespectful because it's like there's no respect for like an honest day's hard work. You
Right.
know, it's just like it's not like he's going out there pushing drugs or some shit. Like he has a respectable job. And like you hear like he's not just a truck driver, like he trains other guys. So like
Yeah.
he's obviously high up enough in this position that he's not just doing this. Like his company trusts him to watch over the other guy, the other drivers and stuff like that. So it's like he's obviously got a good head and shoulder there. He wants to also build more. He wants to build a business and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So like he's goal oriented. But like even for me, argument's sake, like let's say it only is a truck driver and that's all he's ever going to be. First off,
Hmm.
truck drivers get paid well. That is not a cheap living job. Long term wise, it's a good job. And the thing is, it's one of those jobs that's not going anywhere. There's always going to need
Hmm.
transportation. There's, because that license, you don't just get that license. That's not like getting like a regular car license. You got to earn that one. Just like, well, you got to earn all the license. But you know what I mean? Like, it
This
takes
is,
extra work to get it. You know what I mean? So that right
mhm.
there shows that drive of like, he's willing to do the work for the job. That's an important thing. It's like, all right, and she's going to become a nurse. That takes work. How come like it's okay for you to still be like it? Because she's almost in her 30s too, right? Because you talked about like
Mhm.
being in her 30s and not having their career. She's still working on getting to her career,
Exactly.
So it's like he has to have patience for you going through school. Why can't you have patience for him as he's going through his process?
Hmm.
And this isn't necessarily a dig at her. This is more towards the friends because of what they were saying. And it's just like, oh, he has potential, but he also has the potential just being this. It's like, what if he has the potential of being a manager of McDonald's? It's still money coming in. Yeah, what I mean? It's like, why does like that job matter as opposed to like what he's doing with that job? What is he bringing home to you? Is he sleeping around with someone else? Is he spending frivolously? No, she's the one who wants us to just throw money away into her face. So it's like it's funny how like what she's doing isn't even like building on anything. She's not building
Yeah.
equity by buying Botox, which is not cheap. It's cheaper than it was before, but still not cheap. So it's like it's weird where the priorities are in this situation.
Yeah. It seems selfish and like there's a lack of acceptance there. And I know it's like her friends too, but it's like she's made comments and hints about feeling that same way.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It just sucks that her friends are just condoning it and
yeah.
adding to it. They're adding fuel to the
Hmm.
fire. Like she already has those little thoughts, and then they're just like, yeah, here's some more Kindle. You
Yeah.
know? That's what it felt
Well,
like. Everyone in her corner is just more Kindle to like whatever negativity was already there.
okay, so let's jump into their wedding then.
Because they are our first wedding, and they were our first to propose to each other.
Yes.
So it makes sense to just get them out of the way.
Yeah, we get into the wedding day. Just want to say I love Anton's mom. I thought she
Yeah.
was sweet. And it shows Allie's mom. She's worried about Anton's drinking. Maybe there's a lot cut out. I'm just like, I'm not seeing, yeah, maybe he drinks a lot. I'm not seeing it affecting him or even their relationship in a negative way, even.
I was thinking back to that conversation that they had. Remember when she was like grilling him of like, oh, well, there was this many beers in there and there was a bottle of
Hmm.
this. After breaking down how much alcohol she was saying he drank within a week. So I think it was supposed to be something like 18 beers and half a bottle of tequila.
Hmm.
Within a week, that cuts down to somewhere around like two and a half beers and one shot every
Hmm.
day.
Hmm.
That's not a lot when you think about 24 hours. Driving for hours, for some odd reason, even though you're sitting, it could take a lot out of you. He does that for his job every day.
Hmm.
Every day, that's his job. And that's, we don't know if he's lugging stuff in and out of the back of that truck, too. There's a lot of truck drivers that do the manual labor side of it, too. There's so much to his job we're not seeing. It just takes so much out of you that you're just like, you know what? I need a drink. And he's not the only person in the world who thinks like that. There's a reason why
Yeah.
alcohol is legal and you're able to do that. It's because sometimes everyone needs a drink. You know?
Yep.
So it's not like he's even doing something illegal. He's doing something that's his American right, his God-given right as a human on this earth, you know? I mean, even like hooch is made in prison and they don't crack down that hard on it. You know?
Hmm.
So it's just let the guy have a couple drinks, especially since it's not like
Yeah.
she's a non-alcoholic. She also drinks too. Maybe she doesn't
Hmm.
drink as much as him. That's okay. That's totally fine. Some people do more than others. He's a bigger guy. He also eats more than you too, I bet. You, you
Hmm.
know, are you gonna get mad at him because he eats food?
Well, yes, actually,
Is there, so-
because
is there something I
we
don't know?
find out, well, so they're doing the vows, they're doing the thing. Anton says yes, Allie says no. And then we find out why she said no. And she says, "You're not the man who I met in the pods. You're different than the man." They must. Because to me, I liked Anton much more out of the pods than in the pods.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I did. The editing maybe was really heavy. Well, obviously the editing's really
Yeah.
heavy. But is there something we didn't see the way he treats her that would have been negative? Because to me, I liked him more out of the pods. But she says like, oh, he isn't as healthy as he said he was. He doesn't eat the way he said he did. It's like, and she said that when saying that he was different.
That's true.
Is
Yeah, she
like,
did mention the healthiness. Yeah,
so maybe she will get mad if he eats. Like,
yeah.
because apparently he wasn't as healthy as he stated.
He's got
I
a
don't
good
know.
build on him. Like his body doesn't look out of shape. Like he
No,
to me, like he's a good looking dude with a good body shape. It's like I don't let him have a burger if as long as he's working out, right?
I mean, I kind of knew she was going to say no.
Oh yeah.
I didn't feel any connection between them anyway. You weren't surprised?
By her? No,
No.
no. And honestly, it all came from that freaking moment when they met his friends.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that was the downfall for me, which is like, all right, if she's letting this stuff like get to her and it's like it's a nothingness.
No. And there was that girl. What a cold-hearted fucking bitch. Remember the girl who
I
said,
I wrote that down too. Because like I have ads on my Netflix, so that was the
"Hmm,
last thing that was said as right before the ad comes on. I was like, what timing right now?
yeah." I mean, I didn't find it like like it was really a cold-hearted no, but I
Yeah,
was just
yeah.
like, and you gotta expect that there's a 50-50 chance what these people are gonna say depending on them. But even Anton's mom was like, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, well, okay, you were being so sweet earlier, and now it's like, okay,
This is her boy. This is
yeah, I know. She
yeah,
was
like the mom was being a mom, she's being super supportive and
mhm,
everything, like it was polar opposites in that room. Like
mhm,
his mom's there being really supportive and being on his side and everything, and like hinting towards like, whatever happens, happens, but it's like, we're here for you, God's here for you, like you're a good man, you've done everything you can. A lot of good. But then on her side, you got like the moms that are like, just be sure about this. And you got the sisters like, I was against this the whole time. But if this is what you want, it's like, this isn't what she needs to hear on her wedding day. It's like she hasn't seen you this whole time. Like this is the sister we've been
yeah,
hearing about, who she's so close with, but hasn't been supportive. And now she's here finally on this day. And this is what she has to say. It's like, if that's what you have to say, don't be here. You know?
yeah,
It's like on that day, you need nothing but positive and positivity, Granted, like all those words, it's not like they're not needed and they shouldn't be heard, but timing is everything. It's a tough thing because you shouldn't be saying yes to someone that you aren't 100% on. But I also feel like people are very persuasive, and can be persuaded to do things against like what they should or shouldn't do, you know. So I'm not supporting the yes or no here. Like I don't think that they should have been together, but
no.
yeah, it's just negativity doesn't help either. When you have negative
Mhm.
forces on your side, it can just mess with you.
As a viewer, I didn't think they were a good match from what I've seen. So I was like, okay, good, they're not going to get married because I just didn't, I don't know, I didn't see them as a good match. But how or what do you think about how am I wording this? What are the chances, sorry, of her being on like Too Hot to Handle or something?
100%. 100%. Honestly, I thought that the first time they showed her on the show.
Me
I
too.
thought that right from the beginning. Of all the people on this show, she was like dead on. It's like I know what show you're going to be on next.
Yeah. Her and Casey.
When I even too out to handle, it'll be the perfect match. I think that's the show they do
Oh, perfect
afterwards.
match. Yeah.
Yeah. She should have been on Too Hot to Handle, then this, then Perfect Match. But
Yeah.
but yeah, like Perfect Match, I could totally see her on that because it's pretty much Too Hot to Handle. But with, we're trying to still find the one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I haven't seen Perfect Match or Too Hot to Handle. I'm just like she's going to be on one of them. She's going to
I think
be.
I watched the first season of Too Hot to Handle and I watched the first season of Perfect Match. I couldn't
Mhm.
stick with it.
No.
Because it's just like you're on here for only one reason. It's because it's the glitz and glamour of the show, and you
Yeah.
get to fuck people if the opportunity arises. It's like you're just here to be hot eye candy. That's it, and the drama.
Get famous and get famous.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing. Like when you are on the show and you end up on that show, that to me shows your true colors. It's just like, all right, you were never on Love Is Blind for the right reasons, then.
No.
You were here for the camera. That's it.
Love is Blind is like the gateway reality show
Yeah,
that
yeah,
leads to
yeah.
all the other reality shows.
Because either you'll stay a good person or you'll be like, ah, the temptation.
Yeah. Oh, I got the taste for that fame. Ooh, it's like you get sucked in. Do we move on to KB and Edmond? Because holy crap. This there's so much for me in my note. There's so much to say about this.
Oh, I'm excited now.
Oh my God. So KB and Edmond, man, I from Baja was like, no, no, don't get married, don't get married, don't get married. I actually
Yeah.
was like, oh, maybe she'll say yes because I felt so okay, Edmond, okay, we'll get there. All
Okay.
right. So you kind of tell that Edmund's gonna say yes from the get-go. He says, my feet are
Oh,
hot. So
yeah.
we knew, okay. His feet are hot, no cold
That
feet.
man was gonna say yes since day one. No
Yes.
matter who was behind that curtain, he was gonna say
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, for reasons probably not for all the right reasons, but And he starts crying when he's getting his like looking at the rings. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
this is a good moment to cry. Okay, this is a
Yeah.
nice moment
Oh,
to
for
cry.
sure.
This makes
Yeah.
sense. One of my notes is KB is getting ready and she's emotional and she was like, oh, and I'm crying like I'm on my period's on and I'm thinking, okay, if they do get married, this man's still not gonna get laid even on his wedding.
Uh,
That was my first thought. I'm like, she's holding out till she's married. Then she says, my period's on. I'm like, damn, I mean, I know there's lots of people who do that when their period's on, but I'm like, your first time? I don't think so.
I mean, hey, if it's red, you can still tread. It's okay.
You could read and tread, but I feel like for your first time with somebody,
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
want to read and tread. Yeah.
No,
Anyway,
no.
I just thought
That's
that was a
already
funny
a few
quote.
times in. Yeah.
Yeah, that's already you guys use each other. It's like, okay. Okay. Edmund's mom doesn't come to the wedding.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I'm like, I knew it. I knew you were shady. I knew. Well, because you could tell there's this thing about her, and she's selfish. You can just, I could see through. I'm like, yeah, you seem nice, but this is an act. Like you
Yeah.
don't care. You're very self-involved, and I
Yeah,
felt
the
so bad.
personal reasons.
Yes, I felt so bad for Edmund in this moment, and I was like, okay, this is it. I'm like, I just be mad at her, man. Just be mad at her. She deserves it. Like your mom isn't coming to your wedding for personal reasons, which, come on.
Yeah, because if you say
And
like
this is
medical reasons, like all right, medical reasons, yeah, for sure. But just
different.
personal reasons, like what are personal reasons?
Exactly. It was his whole abandonment issues coming to light again, over and over again. This poor kid. And I say that because, like, to me, he's just this little boy who wants to be loved so badly. He needs, I think, like a lot of therapy before I think he should ever get married. But it's like his mom just, I was so upset. I was so heartbroken that his mom wasn't there. You could tell he was heartbroken. And then we also meet KB's mom, who's just awesome.
Yeah.
I love KB's mom, and I was like, okay, I guess this is a hot take, but I love KB. She's she's she seems awesome, and I was like, this is where she gets it from. And then I don't know if you want me. You say what you feel about this stuff first before I get into the stuff that really made me cry my eyes out.
Oh, yeah. When he had mentioned like his mom not being there for
Yeah,
personal reasons, on one hand, like again, not that surprised because even though he says they're kind of close now and kind of stuff, and they make it seem like she raised him, but it's like, but he tells his backstory about being in foster care, and it's like that tells me that you never had a stable household. Even if you were back and forth with your parents, it's like, why were you back and forth with your parents? What were they doing? That's usually because of either there's some divorce situations or some kind of abuse situation. Now, abuse doesn't mean like towards the kids. It could be drug abuse. It could be other kinds of abuse. You know what I mean? So it's, and I'm not saying that the parents did drugs and that kind of stuff, but coming from an urban community, I know what it looks like. Yeah, and all I felt was in this moment, and thinking back to what she said to KB of like my other son's spouses like will rat me out or whatever it's like, but I know you won't do that. And it's like, is this one of those situations where someone should be ratting you out on what something you doing? It's like I feel like
yeah,
you're doing something, and it felt out of place. And he was just defending her and justifying her. It's like I feel like that's something you've had to do a lot in your life is
yeah,
defend and justify your parents, because there's two ways of going about this. Like when you have a situation like that, Either A, you resent your parents forever, or you are blind to it and you just forgive it because like you just want to have a mom and a dad. You know,
Yeah.
it's like the son who's always looking for his father's approval and he'll never get it. It's that kind of situation. And so I actually felt for him. And you have said the thing about KB, and maybe this is an unpopular opinion because we've had people in our comments mention that maybe our takes on KB and Edmond are off, and maybe they
Yeah.
are, but like different walks of life take different steps towards the same objective. You know what I mean? We're
Mhm.
all going to get there in different ways, and we're going to see it in different ways. So it just is what it is. And it's editing. To me, like editing can affect a lot. It doesn't mean I don't feel for Edmund because I definitely felt for Edmund in this whole episode. I just still don't feel it. I don't feel that they were right for each other, but I was feeling for him this whole time. And you meet his teacher, like
That's
his fifth grade teacher arrived, which side note, when she first came in, I was like, "Oh, who's this lady? Was she like one of the friends was she one of the people a part of the pods? Like, who's this?" Because she didn't look old enough to be his fifth grade teacher.
no, not at all.
I was like, "Who is this lady?" It's just a random lady, and I was actually like, "Wow, a fifth grade teacher! Like, aren't you in your 30s or early, like late 20s and stuff like that?" I had to like do
Yeah.
the math of how old like she could have been, and I was like, well, I guess if she was like early, like she just got out of college, it's not that nonsensical. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm 41. I have students that are in their 30s now, so it's like it's not unreasonable. But I just
Yeah.
thought I don't know. To me, it stood out. It's like she looks really good.
Yeah. She did.
But it was nice that you got to have that person there. She was just so like caring and like she's like, you can just call me mom too. It's like, oh,
Oh
I
my
was
God.
like that got me. That hit me right in my heart because as someone who's like I had my parents growing up. That was not an issue for me. I was definitely privileged to have both parents in the household. But things weren't perfect, I'll tell you that right now. And
Hmm.
I lucked out having a best friend whose mom frickin' was always there for me, always helped out when I needed someone or whatever. And I would call her mom. Like she was my second mom. And so I felt that in that moment. It's like, oh man, oh, oh, I feel you, buddy.
Yeah.
And she was the support he needed. Like I was glad like he still had someone there when it hit the fan, because I'm not sure if his mom was there, it would have been the same. Like this lady looked like she truly cared,
Yeah.
and that was just like a sweet, sweet moment. But I also had like, so we're obviously alluding to the fact that they did not get married. Uh, and bad thought. This is a bad thought. I'm gonna throw it out there right now. I'm fully aware of this. Okay. But all I thought to myself at one point when she's there for him, it's just like, man, you should just marry your fifth grade teacher. Like she seems like she's more there for you. You're both adults. You're both. It's not weird now. It'll be weird if she did that when you were in fifth grade. But like as adults, you're so far ahead now. It's like it could be okay.
Here. Oh my God, Mrs. Robinson almost, but like teacher styles.
Her name's Jessie, I think it
Oh,
was, right? It was Jessie.
yeah. Yeah, I that whole bit where she comes in and he's like, "Oh, my fifth grade teacher's here." And then I was thinking, "Oh, that's interesting. His fifth grade teacher's here." And
Yeah.
their whole conversation was so heartfelt and touching. Like this woman is a saint. The way she was saying, like, you changed my life, and the way that I taught, the way I saw teaching, like Edmund changed her life as much as she changed his. This whole bit with the teacher, man, like crying still. Like that
Mhm.
made me cry so much just seeing like how much they meant to each other. Her saying like you were the hardest kid to teach because you would do this. She's like, but we loved you. And I was like, this is like how he is as an adult too, like full of energy, not really listening, but if you have the right person can really. And I feel like Edmund's looking for that teacher in his partner, which he kind of would get with KB, but you know what?
Yeah.
You're both adults there and like she needs help too. But when she said, you can call me mom or mom two, whatever, and then Edmund said, no, mom one, I was like mom number one. I was like,
Yeah.
and then she walks him down the aisle. Just, oh, it just broke my heart.
Oh.
And I honestly was like, oh, I want him to be happy so bad. Oh man, that was like one of the most effective like Love is Blind moments where I was just so like, oh my God, you poor little injured, damaged child and your mom's not there. Oh, and your teacher. Sorry, that was just like so impactful. Yeah, my note is I didn't think this wedding day would break me and that I'd actually want KB to say yes. What the hell?
I guess it's because like Edmund is a sweet guy. Like
He
as much as
is.
we dog on him, like there is like this childlike innocence about him that you
Oh,
just you want to hold, because it's something that we lose along the way, and it's so precious that he still has it. He still has that youthful sprite in him that just sees like the beauty of the world and the positivity. Like I'm a silver lining guy, and he is just like gold in the clouds. Like
yeah.
he sees the brightness in everything, and that's a special thing. So you do want the best for the guy. It's
Hmm.
and I think that's what made their breakup probably like oddly the sweetest breakup that we've seen on this show, like hands
Yeah.
down, like
Hmm.
everyone else, there's that like someone says no, and it's just like, all right, we're done here. But it didn't end that way for them. Like there was like they held into the moment and stuff, and you felt it. Like, you really felt like KB didn't want to hurt this man because he
No.
had an effect on her. It's like there's a good guy in there who just wants to be loved, like you said, and it hurts when you can't reciprocate that love.
Yeah, because it's not like a being in love with somebody partnership at that point. Like I've said before, it's like she's more like the mother figure to him that he's searching for. And she has that inner desire to help him and fix him because that's what she does for her career. She has that like natural thing in her. But I knew like, well, these people cannot marry each other. Edmund, as sweet as he is, and you feel so bad for him, and it's so he's not ready for marriage. And when they were up at the altar, first of all, it's so nice to hear a bride give compliments back to the groom because like Allie didn't do it, and a lot of the times they don't do it, or
Yeah,
the groom's always like, "You look beautiful," and they're like, "Thank you." It's like, no, say they look nice too, and KB did, of course, because she's good like
yeah,
that. But and when they were doing like the vows, Edmund just kept saying, "I love you, I love you. This is how you affect me," but he didn't say anything about her. Like, this is why I love
yeah,
you. And see,
yeah,
this is why when he has more of a desire to be loved than to love someone. He maybe loves her. And granted, he does not have the tools to express that love verbally because he didn't get that growing up, obviously, from his
yeah,
mom. So it's like not his fault, but it's like when you're a woman who needs that really grown up partnership connection or man, like whichever, who depending which whoever has the more broken side, it's like you need that to feel like a cohesive partnership.
yeah.
And no matter how you can't marry someone because you feel bad for them. Like that's not a good it's not a good reason. And the
Not a
way
good foundation.
KB
Not
no, and the way KB was explaining it because she knows this boy has abandonment issues. So she knew what to say. She's like, you are enough. And that's like very important because she knows like he's gonna feel like he's not enough and he doesn't deserve love because this is how he's felt his whole life. So I need to reassure him that he is, but she can't be stuck with that forever. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
I also like how she says, I'm not writing you off. It's just I can't marry you right now. Like I can't. And it was a beautiful, sweet breakup, even though when she did shake her head no, Edmund, the way he cried out, I'm like, it sounds like this dude's been shot. Like he's been shot in the
yeah.
heart. Like it was like oh, and I was like, oh, it's just such a heartbreaking
He
sound.
he is so expressive.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I wasn't fully supportive of them putting him on this show because I questioned if he belonged on this show. You know what I mean?
No,
Uh,
yeah.
but like for TV purposes, the expressiveness of this guy to the moon. Like this man did not lack any body movement, facial move. Like he gave it all. He gave it 100% and more every time with whatever he was feeling. It was just a gun. Like you said, it was like a gunshot.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, and you
it
feel
was
it. You feel it every
heartbreaking.
time. Yeah,
Yeah, and it's just, but there are a couple where it's like you really wish them both the best, like you do. Like I hope she finds someone who's more of like a alpha partner that she needs, and I hope that he gets like some. therapy to like get past it. Like I just and I hope he finds the love he wants, but like he doesn't feel like he's ready for marriage anyway. But I just there's just two people who's like, I hope you guys are at least friends after this
Yeah.
because you guys both are learning, could learn a lot from each other. So, oh yeah, that one hit me hard, man. I was weeping this morning, trying to put my makeup like
Oh, you gotta go
Jesse.
to work with that. Yeah. When he's talking to the teacher and like, she's, consoling him and everything and, talking about like family and parenthood and all that kind of stuff. He's like, eventually one day you'll have a kid and all that stuff and you'll find the one. And they're going through all that stuff. And he's like, I'm ready to be a dad. I'm ready for all this. Like, and I feel like I don't think you are. I think what
No.
it's like you're filling a void by trying to find a wife and have a kid and everything. And like that's not the way to have a wife and a kid. You have it because you have so much love to give that it needs to be shared. It's like, and you want
Yeah.
to build something with someone and you want to pass that on to someone else because you've learned and gained so much from the world that now you want to pass that into your child. And that's not what I get from him. I get where it's like I need to have a wife and a kid because then that's gonna fix like, he's not saying it, but that's
Yeah.
the feeling he's giving. That'll fix all my problems if I have that.
I'll have I'll have love from them towards me. Like
Exactly.
you have a kid, I'll have that unconditional love from a child. But it's like that's what yeah, you should want to give to them.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think he's more like love me, love me, love me, love me, not like I have all this love that I want to share, like you said. Yeah, 100%, George. Spitting facts.
I mean, at this point, can we agree just like it's okay to like KB? Like,
Yeah,
is it
I still like
okay?
I still don't understand what the problem with KB was.
So in our comments, we had someone say that KB was a bad representation of a black woman and the relationship, pretty much because of like how she was treating Edmond, where like she was kind of bullying him and not really being there for him and his feelings and cutting him off at times and everything. And a lot of was referenced even to like the episode where they were getting ready for the cowboy theme party and she was busy that day and she didn't have time to go pick up stuff. And
Mhm.
so she was mismanaging her time and then was impeding on his time where he was trying to get a haircut that day. And so it's like
Oh,
that that was bad on her. She should have just done better as opposed to like trying to like treat him like a lapdog. I'm paraphrasing a lot of what's being said, but that's how those
oh,
things were seen from the other perspective. And it's like, yeah, if you see it like that, she doesn't seem like a good person. Like I get that. If that's how it's being perceived, then yeah, she seems like a bad person. 100%. You know, Me and you saw a different show. We saw a show where like for devil's advocate, okay, maybe she mismanaged her time that day, but mismanaging your time happens. No one's perfect. It's like you're going to lose track of things. And the great thing about being in a relationship and having a good partner is that they can pick up slack for you where needed, especially when that slack is shared. It's like, it's not like she was like, hey, go to the store and pick up something for me. She was like, hey, go to the store and pick up our things,
mm,
so it's like there's something for both of us. And it's like she was doing many things. He was just getting a haircut,
yeah, and she was
and when
working and everything too,
and
right?
when we
Like,
saw his hair,
yeah,
yeah, she was doing things. Like it was a fully packed day. But like his hair
yeah,
didn't look different. His hair never looked different. You,
no,
you know, it's not like he was getting a huge change. His hair wasn't getting straightened or some stuff. He's probably just getting the touch up on his sides and that was it.
yeah,
And so that's how I know me and you saw it. But I can get seeing the other side where it's like maybe this feels like she's taking advantage of his time and his needs and stuff like that. And that's pretty much, I guess that's where it is. Like some people feel like she isn't as scot-free as people like us are giving her. Like maybe she should be held to the fire a bit more.
okay. I mean,
So
I didn't.
yeah.
My perception of it was she was doing a lot that day. And I mean, if my husband or my boyfriend or my partner, my friend even was like, "Hey, I have to work today and I have to do this. I won't have time to eat. I have to run around and do all this." I would be like, "I will pick up our costumes because you have a lot to do. I have a haircut, whatever. I'll go pick it up." Because I could see that they have this hard time. And if they called me in a frantic thing being like, I don't know if I'm gonna have time to pick up these costumes. Can you just please do it? I'd be like, yes, after my haircut. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
really. I just didn't see. I didn't see a lot of things in KB that were a turn off. And every time she did, I felt like she had a lot of patience with him. And when she exploded, I was like, okay, I understood why she exploded. And when she did explode, she apologized after. She did apologize. She's like, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said that. I don't act like that. But like this dude is testing her patience. Come on. Even the teacher was like, I couldn't handle you. We could not handle you. It was hard.
yeah,
And like this man, Edmond's a life lesson for people all his life through his childhood. And he's a sweetheart, yes, and he has his innocence to him, yes, but he tests people's patience from the get-go, and her patience was just tested. So I didn't feel a bullying from her. I felt like she just knows what she wants and she's strong and she expects a more of a cohesive partnership.
yeah. Which was stated in the pods, and both
Yeah.
parties agreed to such stipulations. Which is why, like, I think that's why we came from our perspective. But the person, like, our conversation on our comment section, ended very well. Both sides, I think seeing each other and where we were coming from and everything.
Hmm.
So it goes to show in our comments we can have different thoughts. We can be opposing
Yeah.
with our opinions and stuff like that, but it's always cool just to talk it out and see where everyone's coming from, you know.
Hmm.
Like I always said, it's like I like seeing what other people think about other things. Is how am I going to learn how to see someone else's perspective if I don't hear about it, if we don't go through like the thought process of where you're coming from and how you got there.
Hmm.
We're all different walks of life, man.
We embrace other people's perception, other people's feelings on things. 100%. Because we're all different people, all different individuals. We're individuals. KB's an individual.
Yeah,
Edmund's an individual. George and I are individuals. We're brought up different ways. We have different souls, different brains, different hearts, different pasts. And we're obviously going to think different ways, y'all. Like everyone's going to think differently. It's okay.
yeah. I mean, even me and you haven't agreed on everything in this season.
No, we have not.
We had our first disagreements within some of these episodes.
We're still friends. I still like him.
You're still cool shit with me.
Yeah, we're all good. Okay, okay. Megan and Jordan did not make it to the altar. They're in the apartments. They're talking. My first initial thought is Megan is living like 2% of the world. She can live like
Yeah,
2% of people, and he's living like the rest of us.
yeah,
Where he's just like a normal dude. Yes, she worked hard for it. Yes, that's awesome. But it's like it's a reality that most people cannot live. Can't, won't, will never. When they were talking and she's saying like it's our lifestyles and everything, I'm like, okay, well, I don't know if this marriage thing or children thing is for you. And my other thought was he can easily find someone to love him and be there. But I was thinking like you got a tight criteria of a small group of people who you could be with. She says she doesn't like dating these rich guys because they're like this, but that's pretty much the only type of man who will fit your lifestyle.
yeah.
And when he said, "Oh man, if the stuff about if I had more money, I feel like we'd be together, and I wish I didn't introduce her to my son." Oh,
That right there,
oof.
that was the knife.
That broke my heart too. Like I had
Yeah,
like a little bit of a extra seepage of tears coming out there because I was like, "Oh my God, Jordan." So yeah, I know that's hard when you have children involved. That's
yeah.
tough. But that conversation was sad. I really felt for Jordan, of course, because I relate to Jordan's life more. But how did you feel, George, about that conversation?
I felt like that conversation was had twice. That's what I felt. Like I felt like that
Mm,
conversation was had that moment we saw them in the closet talking about stuff. I feel like in that moment it got broken off.
mm,
And maybe they didn't catch it all, and they're like, "You guys got to do that again for us." It's like it seems
mm,
like you're not gonna make it to the altar. Can you just do it again for the cameras? Because
mm.
it felt uncomfortable. It didn't. It felt like, oh, I gotta do this again. Fuck. Uh. So yeah. So that's something that popped that to me. I feel like it's too bad. Like I really like I too felt for Jordan because Jordan's been our guy through this whole thing, you know, and him talking about the money and everything. It's like if this is the case, then you knew the whole time he was never going to be the one, you know.
Yeah.
And this she did know the whole time. She really did because she was going to break it off with him in the pods. And I think that's what she should have done. She never should have gave him the chance. She shouldn't have thought of the whole thing with her dad and the diabetes. That's nothing. Does what about him as a person? Forget the diabetes thing. Yeah, you know, because if his kid didn't have diabetes, then he wouldn't be the one. It's like, oh
Yeah.
no, he has a perfectly healthy kid. I don't know if I can do this. You know,
Good
it's like
point.
it's
But
yeah,
yes.
it's like so that her whole reasoning for even giving him a second chance wasn't right. It's whatever the opposite of shallow is, I guess. I don't know. She's like I said, she's in a weird, narrow situation of who she gets to be with and how the relationships look going forward. Because she is so financially stable and so well to do that she can just, like he said, it's like she can retire and just live off the rest of like her life and be fine. You know, it's like I can't do that. And you said something important where it's like, you know, the only people men that can do that are men that are like her, who have that kind of money and all that kind of stuff. Here's the problem. Men who are like that, who have that kind of money, don't care for women like her.
Mm.
You know, she's not what they're looking for. For a fun time, that's good and all because she has such a free, open schedule. But on typical, she's getting up there in age. You know, her days are getting numbered when it comes to reproducing. Granted, there's some information about that we might find out later on.
Hmm. Hmm.
uh, you know, but it's like the reality is it's like she is not appealing for a man who's around her age who has money, you know. And that's not a knock on her. She's a very good-looking woman. She's successful. That's freaking awesome. Like it's great that she's pulled off what she's done within her life. Like you said, not many people get to do that. So male or female to pull that off, freaking awesome. Kudos. It just sucks that the reality is for women, if that's the life that you chose to pick, you've made it so much harder for yourself to find a mate, you know, and like to find a husband and to reproduce because you've now wasted so much time, you know, doing this thing. You know,
Hmm.
that's brought you happiness, but now the other thing that's going to bring you fulfillment, it's harder. It's not impossible, but it's just harder. That's just the reality of things, you know. Because dudes who have money have options. That's the cold hard truth. They have a lot of options. The guy with money is that hot chick. He's Allie. You know, the difference is where Allie will lose all that, but with time, he can
Hmm.
gain more of it with time. She's definitely in a tough place, but that's according to what we say now. Later on, things can change. You know,
Things can change.
Mr. Right could come out of nowhere, and so could a
It
child.
could. It could. I love how you said the things in her life have brought her happiness, but what she might want will bring fulfillment or something like that. Like there's a difference between happiness and fulfillment
Fulfillment, yeah.
almost. There's like enjoyment and like excitement, and then there's like actual fulfillment, which that was just like he said it, and I was just like, whoa. We're just like my mind just went whoa. Like
Uh,
freaking.
it's because it's reality. Like you brought up something earlier about like what happened to people just marrying each other for each other,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
And I'm always my anecdotal stories are gonna be me and my wife. I'm sorry. All right. I'm sorry that
Hmm.
I'm a married man and I refer to my wife as my example for things. But we've been together for since 2007, you know, so almost 20 years, you know, soon. And it's been the best, you know, decision that I believe both of us have ever made. And we've made decisions that are counterproductive to what people would think on this show. All right.
Oh yeah.
Like
Same.
yeah, like she could have had a dude who is earning more money than me at the time that we met each other, you know, but she chose me. She like we and her worked at a job where money was not going to be an issue for us. You know, we had money all the time. We were never broke. We lived in a nice place, you know, and if I think things were just getting better and better with every year that passed. But god damn, did we hate our jobs. We hated our jobs so much because it was manual labor. We worked at a supermarket, you know, but the supermarket we worked at, it was like it wasn't run like a freaking I don't know insert corporate machine like a Walmart. It wasn't like that. Like it cared about its employees, so they paid us all well. If the company did well, we did well. Money was just being thrown at us with how this
Oh,
place
nice.
worked. All right. So that's what we had. But it just sucks. It's not the kind of job you want to be at. You know what I mean? We're in our
Hmm.
20s. We're like, oh, we need a job that's more fulfilling. And we quit our jobs, our well-paid jobs, and just moved to California with no prospects. It's not like, oh, we looked into some job, we looked into some place. No, we went from like a two-bedroom apartment, whatever it was, and went down to a studio apartment. Like we downgraded, all right,
Yeah.
to go live in LA, California, all right, for the big dream that I would like become like an actor or a stand-up comedian or something, and then she would like use her degree in graphic designing and do something, or just like we would just live a dream. We just cashed it all in for that possibility. That's a dumb move when you have a guaranteed thing and you just got married. Like that was the week after we officially got married. That's what we did. We just bounced out of our old state of Massachusetts and started brand new. That's crazy. But that didn't matter. All that mattered is that we had each other.
Yep.
That was it. Our first year there, it was failure after failure after failure. All right. It was to the point where we were getting broke and we were going to have to possibly move back to Massachusetts. And neither one of us were having that. We're like, no, we're not failures. And we don't want to go back to that hellhole. You know? So we kept on pushing forward and, and things worked out eventually. Now we're freaking still in California, like I said, nearly 20 years later and she's freaking the director of some freaking company now,
Hmm.
and she's freaking kicking ass. I'm still getting to do all of my art stuff from home and everything. Like I get to use my skills and my talents as opposed to like being in a manual labor job. And
Yeah.
it took years of grinding and just like suffering together. Yeah, that's what it's about. Finding that someone that you can suffer with, not finding that person that is already successful or finding that person that you can hopefully succeed with. Can you suffer with that person? That's what
Yeah.
matters. I'm sorry I went on a big tirade.
No, no, because it's true. Because I find when you watch like this season, especially too, it's like people aren't looking for who is the person that I'm going to, yeah, be able to get through the shit with. Who am I going to fight with and we're still going to love each other? Who am I going to get down in the dirt and we're going to support each other and get through it stronger? People on this show, because it relates to the show, is like you need to be perfect from the get-go and rich and have your career, support me, be supportive, and be all these perfect things on a checklist when that's not what a strong relationship has. Like I was 27 when my husband and I got married, he was 22. We were just doing stupid jobs too. And I was a stay-at-home mom for years and years and years. We were broke as hell. Like we're not think oh, there, but there was no like, hey, we don't have, these are all the things that we don't have. We focus on what we did have and
Yes.
yes, and how we were going to, will we get through it? Probably, yeah, yeah, we will, probably. Like, it's just like, there was no like, if this doesn't happen, then oh my God. Like, we didn't like worry about that. We're just like, yeah, we'll get through it. Like, it'll be fine. You know what I mean? Like, it's just,
Yeah.
the focus is so odd on these shows, but maybe because you're older. But it's like you guys already have your freaking careers, pretty much all of you. That's like a huge thing checked off.
Yeah.
And why is it such a thing? I don't know. Why is money still such a thing when you guys have it already? Like it's just we were broke as fuck when we got married. We're just like, so
Right?
it's like the least important thing. It's the first thing on my mind.
I could see someone in the comments coming. It's like because we come from a different era. It's like during our timeline, costs weren't like what they are today. Like things weren't the same financially. And it's
True.
just like maybe that's true. Maybe 20 years ago it was easier to buy a house. Maybe it was easier to pay for things or whatever. To me, that's not the end all be all of things.
Hmm.
If the point is looking for love, then look for love. You know?
Yeah. I mean, it is the era we grew up in a little bit, but it's also we're both like hardcore diehard romantic people. So we're like
Yeah.
romantics through and through. So we're like, all you need is love, okay?
Yeah.
Like stop it with all this nonsense. Love is broke. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. Love is
Love
broke.
is
Yeah.
broke.
Yeah. Love don't got a dime to its name.
Love don't cost a thing. I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
Like I put a note. Well, first of all, I have two notes.
Hmm.
One note is imagine if this was season one. Imagine if the show started off this way. I don't think there'd be
Never
other
watching it
seasons.
again.
And also, you gave me a note to remind you of. I don't know if we've touched upon it yet. You said, remind me when we record next about how if Jordan and Megan genders were reversed, would we all
Oh,
hate Megan?
okay. Just anything, anything that anything that Megan said to Jordan, if that was a man saying a wealthy man saying that to a single mom. What if a single mom was slaving at work all day, came home, and the rich guy was like, "I want to be entertained. Talk to me when you get home. Like I want to hear. Like you got to tell me how your day was. Like I'm bored. Like I want to go on trips. You can't come with me. You can't come with me on trips." Like I'm playing tennis and I want to go play tennis and I want to fly to here and it's like, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna come with me? You're just gonna stay here and work and be with your kid? Like, could you imagine if the
Oh
genders were
man.
reversed in that
Oh
situation?
yeah. Yeah. I wasn't seeing it when you told me that note. I was just like, why
What
would
does that
Megan
mean?
be bad? But now that you've said it, it's just like, oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
If Megan was a dude, if
A rich
yeah,
dude.
yeah, if Megan was Max and Max was this rich dude who's just telling Jordana, it's like, yo, like like, how come you don't talk to me? Granted, it also be really weird because the guy never talks like that. Like, a
Well,
guy's not
we
gonna be like, how come you don't talk to me? But for argument's sake, it's like, you're at work today. What were you doing at work all day? Why can't you tell me what you were doing at work all day? I want to know what you were doing at work. Tell me what you do for a job. What is this? Yeah, because
yeah.
it's also gonna be like intrusive in a way where it's just like suspicious. That's how a man's gonna
Yes.
come
Why is
about
he
it.
so controlling? He's so
Yeah,
controlling. Oh my God. She's a single mom and she's tired.
yeah, it's so true. If that was the other way around, I'd be like, yo, dude, you gotta freaking back up. And it would
Yeah.
be because I think the tone would be different too. Granted, her tone at times could come off as aggressive, which he brought up,
Hmm.
but I feel like if it was a dude, it would be that much more aggressive.
Hmm.
And so in turn, we would all take it in a really bad way, where it's just like,
Yeah.
who the hell does this guy think he is? Like he's super possessive and he's gotta like calm down, you know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know what? Let's go into that a little further because let's say for argument's sake, if if Megan was a dude and Jordan was a girl, then Megan who would just be like, I'm rich, you don't have to work anymore. I'll take care of you and your kid.
Hmm.
And that would be also that's the flip side of it. And granted, as long as she wasn't offering those moments, but she was never being like, quit your job, I'm going to take care of you because first of all, it's just going to make demasculate him and everything.
Hmm.
But like our gender roles, like they're still there, like there's still those stereotypes that we all live by and abide by. And even she herself had said, like, despite me having money, like I still want to take care of you. Like I still want to cook and clean and stuff like that, you know.
Hmm.
Which granted, with what she does, she makes it seem like she has time within a day she can pull that off. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's not like it's a hard task for her because the time is there as opposed to some other woman like Jen is working a full-time job. There is no way I would expect her to do what she's doing and then come home like you better clean and cook for me after this long day you had. I work from home and I should do it. What the hell is that about? You like that would be so
Yeah.
weird. That it's like I work from home, so
Hmm.
it's like, yeah, I should do some of the home stuff. I'm already here, you know.
Hmm.
So it's like those are things that we don't even think about. It's like it's not even a conversation. But yeah, like if their thing would be totally different. Like
Yeah.
it's yes, she would be a bad guy. We would see them as a bad guy if they were a male, but if they were a male, we'd also expect them to take care of everything.
Hmm.
And then Jordan would have to work. I feel that's another side of it that we have to take note of. Because in that
And there
case,
would,
If Jordan's not working, Jordan now has time for conversation, has time to go to Italy
yes,
and play tennis. You know what I mean?
100%.
So in turn, those conversations and arguments aren't even had anymore. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? But because she is a woman and he is a man, that's not going to happen. Because A, she'll feel like he's taking advantage of her. B, he's going to feel less of a man,
Yeah.
because that's just the
Not
reality of
providing.
things. Yeah,
Hmm.
and he still has his kid. Because the thing is, like, he still has a kid. So he still has to provide for that kid. It's not her responsibility to pay alimony for that kid or child support or whatever it is that he has to do.
Right.
That's his responsibility. So he can't
Hmm.
stop working. And because of their situation, he'll probably never have full custody of the kid, as opposed if he was the woman, if he was the mother of that kid, then he has the opportunity to be have full-time custody of that kid. It's like the whole dynamic changes when you flip their
Yeah.
genders.
Whole dynamic. Everything,
Yeah,
everything, everything. Yeah. Yeah. I know they were a tricky couple this season,
yeah.
and I
Oh
didn't
yeah,
know like what like it was very conflicting, and but also it's like you wanted the best for Jordan, like you just want it anyway. I want that dude to be happy.
yeah.
Bottom line.
What is like a sad season?
Oh,
Like
it was
this
so
is,
sad. Yeah, A Love Is Blind has gone downhill a lot. So
yeah.
once they need to just stop casting people based on Instagram and just get like calling have a calling card for people who actually want to be on the show, who actually want to be married, not people who just want to be famous.
Like
Because
season
ever since
one.
they've been doing that, yes, ever since they've been doing that, it's been going downhill steadily. Because man, oh, it's getting cringe.
Yeah. I have a question for you. Do you think Edmund will end up on another dating show? I can see them asking him to join another dating show because of his personality. And I can see him saying yes because he's such a fun guy. And
And
he's just
because he's
like, it's an
desperate for
adventure.
love. He also wants love so badly.
Yeah.
Because he
So
says,
maybe
I've
him
done
and
everything.
Allie.
What else is there for me to do?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Edmund, I can see doing it. Yeah, I can see him.
And maybe Anton because alcohol. No.
Yeah, exactly,
I'm
right?
joking. I guess they
Open
did they
bar.
did Anton so dirty. Because even like that endings, like first of all, so the last thing we have, I'm sorry, I know we're probably wrapping up, but like Jordan and Megan have their breakup, and once they're done, what song plays right as Megan has her thing? I can buy
I
myself
can buy
flowers
myself flowers. That
by
song.
Miley Cyrus. And it's just
Yeah.
like, if yeah, you could buy yourself whatever the hell you want. You could, but then
Yeah.
it shows the whole montage of everybody. And then they
Yeah.
show Anton and Anton has a drink. And it's like, leave this man alone. Like, again, is this not a moment that calls for a drink? It's
Yeah,
like,
well, it showed Allie having a drink. It showed them all having
yeah.
drinks after. So okay, the man
But
likes
it's
to drink. He
just
holds his
but they
alcohol
showed
fine.
him
Let him be.
first. They
Yeah,
showed
of
him first
course.
with that. And it's like, this is bullshit. Like everyone's be drinking, all right? Everyone's
Yeah.
drinking on that freaking cast.
I mean, I wanted a drink after watching that episode too. God. Okay, so we're gonna see next week what happens with the reunion. And I am so scared for this reunion. I am so nervous for this reunion. I feel like I'm gonna be like, "Ugh," sweaty palms and like on pins and needles, like watching like this, like a horror movie,
Yeah.
plugging my ears, la la. Like I don't know. I feel
Have your
like I'm
stress
gonna
ball
be.
active.
Yes, I know. Right now, I'm just like
Yeah.
this thing is loosey goosey right now. Like it's gonna burst with that friggin' reunion. So we'll hang in there, George, for the
Yeah.
reunion because we're gonna buckle up. We're gonna get in deep like we always do, George.
Yeah.
We're gonna sink our teeth right into that episode, and yes, we're gonna, I don't know, go off because I know it's gonna be a catastrophe.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching this episode of the weddings episode. What is it? 12, Love Is Blind season 9, just all the shit show that it was. You can find more of our content on our YouTube channel, Not a Strong Start. You can follow us on Instagram and X at Not a Strong Start. You can listen to us anywhere you listen to your podcast. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Please
Yep.
comment. I was like Rick Ross in it there a little bit. You can find me on Instagram at Marie Plays It All. Where can we find you, George?
You can follow me at Nicolapolis.
Never stop playing and really hold on to that relationship with a special teacher that changes your life when you grow up because you never know who's going to come to your wedding and just be like your second mama.
All right. Shout out to good teachers. All right.
Shout out to good teachers.
You know what? I need a drink.